Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Usually I have a prompt sheet or a script, just some notes to remind me of things I want to talk to you about in my videos. But in this video today, this is a raw, transparent, what you see is what you get video. I'm not following any set of prompts or anything, but what I am going to share with you is how I actually blew up my prop firm account challenge with the 5%ers. You may have been following me on this journey. In fact, I've been on a journey of trading with the 5%ers for over a year now. And you may be wondering, why am I still trying to pass that challenge? Well, a lot has happened in my life in that year that has basically given me quite a lot of setbacks with my trading, but I have not let it defeat me. I keep pushing on, I keep learning and growing and developing as a trader, which in my opinion is what it's all about. But this year I decided to start a new prop firm challenge back in January, and a few weeks ago now, unfortunately, I actually came and hit that max loss, the max drawdown, which terminated the account. How did it happen? Where did I go wrong? And what can I do about it moving forwards? These are all questions I'm going to go into detail in this video with you guys today. But before we dive into the main content, if ever there's a video where I could do with some love, please hit that like button below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button and let's jump into the main content. Okay guys, so here I am in my dashboard with the 5%ers. And if you're not familiar with this challenge, it is their instant funding account challenge. I started it back in January of 2023 and it was the old version. Since then, the 5%ers have completely revamped their programs, and the program that I was on isn't actually available anymore. In particular, the set of rules that I was following and the time frame. So the program that I was on, the old instant funding account, I had 6 months to complete the challenge. I had a profit target of 7% and a max loss of 6% on the account. And here you can see a graph of my account P&L, my performance for the period for the last few months. As you can see, started on the 2nd of January, and for the most part, I was kind of consolidating around my starting balance. As you can see, I did dip down for a few days where I was in the loss, but I managed to make that back up. I managed to pick up some momentum and I actually started to do pretty well for the first few weeks. I started to get some good wins, had a bit of a dip here back to my starting balance, but then another nice push up, kind of like trading, a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but going in the right direction, making some money. And then as you can see from this graph, it was steady progress. And then all of a sudden, I just completely lost it and I had this steep drop down. So what caused that? Well, quite honestly, I think there was a mixture of factors that were involved. And it's quite interesting to note that alongside this challenge, I've also been trading in my personal live account. Now that's something I've been doing a while, and I haven't actually been sharing that on YouTube because I realized that sharing it on YouTube brings in a whole new level of emotions, because as we know, trading is a performance. It's a performance sport in a sense. And then sharing that on YouTube is another performance. And that's a lot of pressure for one set of shoulders, especially I recognize that I am not a seasoned trader. I'm not a master trader. I've not been trading for over 10 years. I've been trading for about 5 years. Perhaps as I get better and get more experience under my belt, it will be something that I feel more comfortable sharing with you without it impacting my performance quality. But until then, I've got to prioritize my own results. And so I've been keeping that private. And it's interesting because that account has actually been doing really well. I've been making some money in it. So why am I struggling so much on these prop firms? Well, it could be because I am sharing it with you guys here on YouTube and it's bringing in a new element of nerves. By the way, can you hear my dog snoring? He's under the table, fast asleep in the sun. That's how exciting he thinks I am when I talk about trading. Anyway, so where am I going wrong? It could be that I am sharing it on YouTube and that extra level of performance nerves may be affecting my trading performance. It's something that I'm going to be aware of moving forwards. But I definitely want to carry on sharing this with you guys. I really enjoy it. I think it helps you out to see what it's like trading a prop firm account. And I love to hear from you. I love to feel like we help each other along the way. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But ultimately, there were a few other things going on as well that I think affected my performance in this challenge. So as you guys probably know, during this challenge, I've also found out that I am pregnant. I'm expecting my second child, and that's got to affect my trading, hasn't it? From a physiological point of view, I'm going through a lot of changes naturally I'm a woman, my hormones are up and down. And although I really try to stay mindful with that, it is another factor that I've got to consider. In fact, I was really quite poorly during this challenge in the first trimester, and that might have had a negative impact on my trading performance in this challenge. And another factor to consider, one of the main ones in my opinion, is trading plan. During this period where I was consolidating and then making some growth on my account, I was following a set plan with my trading. It was a swing trading plan. But I started to encounter a few bumps along the road. I started to have consecutive losers, and I think that started to affect me emotionally. I started to doubt that strategy. Alongside that, I've also been studying the ICT mentorship program. I have created a separate video about that with more information if you're not familiar, but ICT follows a smart money concepts approach to trading. And I think that I struggled because as I was learning techniques, I naturally was allowing that to come into my trading and influence my trading decisions, even though I hadn't totally understood them. And I think that perhaps affected some of the trades that I took. Maybe it brought me some more losers. And ultimately, as I started to have this losing streak here, I kind of just lost faith. I got to that point in the account when I lost, where I felt like I was so far down that I lost that discipline. And I think that's the problem with the prop firm challenge. That is a big hurdle that's hard to get over. In fact, I remember a statistic. I'll try and find exact figures and put it on the screen. But I think it is once you are down halfway to your max drawdown on the account. So in this case, it would be 3% for me. I think it's something like 95% of traders never get back up. And because I knew that statistic, once I got to that point, I let that get into my head, and I kind of had this mentality, the defeatist mentality, where I'd already felt like I'd lost because I was already down so much and knew that it was going to be extra hard to get back up, especially to get back up and then to try to hit the profit target with the time I had left to complete the challenge. Now, looking back on it, I know it's doable. You've just got to do your best to follow your trading plan. But when you are in that process, having all of these blockages come at you and affect you emotionally, I guess that it was a combination of all that meant I just lost my discipline, and I just basically lost the plot with this account. And as such, I hit my max drawdown before the expiry date of the account challenge. So I feel like quite a lot has been said there about how it affected me personally. But the reason I'm sharing this with you guys is because if you are currently in an account challenge yourself, or if you're thinking about doing it, I think that learning where somebody went wrong is definitely a really good way for you to learn as well. And I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes that I've made, or if I can help share where I went wrong, maybe it will help you to avoid it or just be aware of it as well. So my key takeaways of doing a prop firm challenge in this sense is to have a solid trading plan, something that you can follow. You can follow your process, your timings, your markets, your strategy, exactly what you're doing when you are getting in, when you are getting out. And it's like clockwork. It becomes second nature to you. You've done it so many times, you've practiced it, and it works. That is my probably ultimate advice when it comes to prop firm challenges, is to have that down. Once you have that down, at least you have something that you can cling on to help get you through those red days. But I think it's also about recognizing that life does get in the way. Things come at you. For me, it is another pregnancy. It might be something else that comes at you guys. Maybe you have some hard times, some negative experience, something that can affect you emotionally, and that can have a knock-on effect with your trading. And you've just got to keep going, because life is a series of ups and downs like trading. But if we forever put off trading because we're going through a series of down in life, then you're never going to get it. You've got to try to juggle these things and just keep on trying, keep on doing it. And that's what I'm going to do. The fact that I've hit my max loss has definitely not put me off doing another challenge. In fact, this happened a couple of weeks ago. I've had enough time to kind of go through the motions of being a bit disappointed and to get back into a really good space for my trading. I'm already seeing so many good results, and I'm already planning on how I'm going to move forwards and come at this from a different angle, because I definitely want to get one of these funded trading accounts. But I'll keep you updated on that process, on how I develop, and if I decide to do another one, I'll certainly let you know. In fact, just before I sign off this video, I'm just on the 5%ers website, the prop firm that I have been trading with, and I have really enjoyed them. I find the support to be really good. I think that Not passing a challenge doesn't necessarily mean that the company's bad, it's just your own personal experience. But this is the account challenge that I have been reviewing with you in this video today, the instant funding account, although this will be the new version on their website. And what I'm actually quite interested in is perhaps having a go at the high stakes challenge, because I have had a go at instant funding and high stakes is different. Maybe having a different challenge might spice things up a bit for me and give me some fresh energy to work with moving forwards. What do you think? But if you're thinking of having a go for yourself, I do still recommend them. The instant funding account is been the one that I gravitated towards because I find it is a little bit more accommodating for swing traders. The high stakes challenge, perhaps more accommodating for scalpers and day traders. So if you're thinking about having a go, check them out, see which one appeals to you, and certainly give it a shot. Meanwhile, if you've enjoyed this video, please let me know and I will continue to make them for you by hitting that like button below, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and I'll catch you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!